What actually happens at passport control? Welcome, I'm Jordan, that's Buddy. Passport control is where many first time international travelers find the most stress. Today I'm specifically speaking to US travelers arriving as tourists for a vacation or a short stay. So let me break everything down for you so you know what to expect. So before we start there, a lot of people have fears of, will I be denied entry, uh, long interrogations? What if I do something wrong? What if something goes wrong? In reality, it's pretty straightforward. So let's start from the beginning. You arrive your national terminal. You're getting off the plane, unless you're at the front of the plane and depart first. You're usually following the herd. So you get off the plane, you're looking for immigration passport control signs. If you're in Europe, you're looking for a non-EU, non-European Union. Europe break down EU and non-EU visitors. Other countries may have their country flag, that citizens here, the country flag, international travelers, US flag, and other nations' flag. So let's take Europe, for example. You're arriving, you're looking at immigration, passport control, non-EU as a US arrival, and you go down to the passport control section. The line might be long. Lisbon is notorious for long lines, especially during peak hours. The line might be long, but the actual process of getting through is quite quick. So now you're at the line, you've managed to move up, now you're first in line. There's going to be two types, electronic or actual physical agent. A lot of airports are electronic. So you're first in line, you come up to the electronic gate kiosk, flip your passport over, slide it in, scan, green light goes on, gate opens, you walk right through. It's as simple as that. Sometimes there might be an agent there to just stamp your passport and go. Other times, no, you just keep going to connecting flight or baggage claim. Sometimes technology glitches. On my last trip to Portugal, I flew into Lisbon. It was an overnight flight, arrived about 9 a.m. It was a good time because there was very short queue for non-EU arrivals. I was maybe 5 or 6 back. So it wasn't a long line at all. So I got up, went to the electronic kiosk, flipped my passport over, put it in, scanned it, red light, nothing. Okay, took it out, slid it back in again, scan it again, red light, no gates open. Just a little bit, a little touch of nervousness, maybe. It's like, what? But then I thought, my passport's valid. Everything's in order. There's nothing wrong. This is just technology doesn't like me. So third time's the charm. Took it out, scan it back in, red light, nothing happened. 3 strikes, you're out. I'm not trying anymore. So I saw an agent. I flagged her down. She came over. I scanned 3 times. It's just not working. She said, oh, let me try. Tried once, red light, nothing happened. She tried it again, red light, nothing happened. Okay, follow me. So she took me to, they had physical agents there after. So she took me to one of them. Passport, there you go. Where are you going? I'm heading down to Faro. Purpose of your stay, vacation, see the place. Okay, where will you be staying? I had a, I had ready a copy of my hotel reservation at the Hotel Lemon Tree. Okay, and how long is your stay? On my phone, I have an app, a Delta app that shows my itinerary. So I showed him my itinerary, and I'll be returning on this date. Okay, stamp. Have a nice trip. That was the electronic process. And everything was in order. I may hit a technology glitch, but there was nothing to fear. I wasn't stressed about it at all. And if there's a technology glitch and it's just not working, don't get frustrated. Don't freak out. Don't get loud. That doesn't solve anything. That creates stress. That creates issues. Just be calm. There's an electronic or technology issue. Have someone come over to assist, and almost always you'll get through with no issues. Now, if there's a physical agent, when I went to Mexico a little while back, Flew into Mexico City. It was a long line for passport control. I thought I'd be there a long time, but it actually moved pretty quickly. When I finally got to the front of the line, I think they had like 6 booths open. Guy called me up, passport, where are you heading? Oaxaca for the Dia de los Muertos festival. And how long do you plan to be there? I showed him my itinerary on my phone. I'm coming back this time. Where are you staying? I forget the name of the hotel, but I showed him a copy of my reservation. Okay, stamped it, on through. That's it. That's what they're looking for, and it was just as simple as that. And I went through, and then I got my connecting flight down to Oaxaca. Now, you may, if you are not connecting, but you're actually leaving and you're picking up your baggage, there's one additional step, and that's with customs declaring or non-declaring. So when I travel to England, I always fly into Newcastle. London Heathrow is way too big, and all my friends are in the north of England anyway. So I fly into Newcastle, small airport. It's a pretty short queue. I arrive, um, passport kiosk, scan, green, go through, and it takes me just walk around, and there I am in baggage claim. I wait for my luggage. My luggage arrives. I'm not a businessman. They're selling things or having a large amount of cash or valuables. They'll have a list of things to declare. So I had nothing to declare. They'll have one side for anything to declare. You'll go into that section. Go into that section. Most people have nothing to declare, and you'll go to that side. I got my luggage. I have nothing to declare because I'm there just for tourism and seeing my friends. I picked up my luggage, walked through the nothing to declare side, and sometimes I'll meet my friends that I might be staying with, or I'll just go out to the rental car and I'm on my way. So and that's the whole process. And at Newcastle, it really went maybe, other than waiting for my luggage, 5, 10 minutes at the most to get through passport control and through nothing to declare site and out and on my way and enjoying my vacations. Now, it went quickly because I was prepared. Remember, be prepared. These are the things, and it's not much. These are the things you need to have ready when you are arriving. Your passport, number one, have that the most accessible. Your passport is the very first thing you need. Then know where you're staying. If you're staying in a friend's or relative's place, have that address written down if you don't know it by heart, just somewhere so you're not stressed. Have it on a note card or something, have that address written down. Or if you're staying at a hotel, just if you have a printout of that reservation, have that with you. And then length of stay, you know how long you're staying, have a copy of your flight itinerary for your return. And that shows, how long are you staying this time, and here's my itinerary when I'm traveling back. That's it. That's all you need to have. And the process, you have that ready. The process goes so quick and very, very little stress. It's an everyday occurrence. They do that thousands of times a day, all the time at airports all over the place. Now, common mistakes people make: not having everything ready. They're just, I don't know, on their phone, texting, talking, whatever, but they get up, they're ready to go next in line for the passport kiosk, and now they're digging through all of their stuff, looking for the passport and all this stuff. I don't know. Now people are in line waiting. You're generating your own stress by doing that. Have everything ready. And they may not know where they're going. Oh, I don't know. Really, you don't know where you're going. Now this kind of looks suspicious. You don't even know you're staying. Okay, now they might start asking questions, or over explaining. Where purpose of your visit? Where are you going? Oh, we're going to here for the first day. We're going to the beach. They don't know. They don't care about your entire day by day itinerary. Just tell them we're on vacation down to here. That's it. Or just nervously, just acting very nervous. Um, that you're just, it just seems off. They do this 1,000 times a day. and it's pretty normal for everybody. Now somebody is quite nervous and flustered, looks a little abnormal. They may start asking questions. And the worst thing you do is it's not a place to be a comedian. Don't make jokes about stuff that's illegal. Oh, I'm just on vacation. I'm not smuggling any gold or anything or bringing any marijuana in. If you're dumb enough to say that, then they should question you more. Just, it is a simple process. All they want to know is, welcome. Passport? What are you here for? How long are you staying? And where are you staying? Simple. You've already prepared. You know that. Boop. You're through, and it's very, very quick. So most tourist experiences are very favorable. It's very quick. Officers are just doing a job. They're just making sure you do not over overstay your vacation period or the length of time you're going to be there. And if you are prepared, everything will fall in line. Now, remember, you cannot eliminate every delay, even technical issues. But if you've prepared properly, you can mitigate what's in your control. Passport control is not something to fear. It's a simple process. Now that you know the process, you know what to expect, you can be prepared and have everything ready. Remember, passport, know where you're staying, and know when you are returning. That's all you need to know. And you're through. Simple. Now you can start your vacation. If this was helpful, I'll continue breaking down airports, flying, international travel step by step here on this channel. If you'd like more detailed information, you can find it at our channel, Travel with Buddy and Jordan, and I'll leave the link below. And with that, safe flying.